Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of PlanetBase. My name is Sonelias, and we'll be loading the end of the last saved game, which was episode, I believe, number 7. So today should be episode number. That's the second planet we are playing on. Our current base is looking quite good. So we got 152 colonists at present. We basically expanded into the southern direction, as you can see. Substantial parts here, and there's lots of work still going on, but mainly in terms of energy production and water extraction and so forth. We did have a small offshoot to the west, but most of this effort last episode has actually gone into the northeastern corner here. We actually got a new biodome we're trying to build, which will be connecting up to the rest of the buildings here. So there's a little bit of a mountain range in the center here, and we're just working around that as such. We're just going to basically see how the actual rest of the development here goes. As you can see, I've placed an additional airlock on this side here as well. I've got a new lab I built here as well. Hold on, hold on, I got a snowstorm hitting us, so I need to basically make sure I get set the yellow alert. Increase the game speed again to get all these people in as quickly as I can. Don't want their health to be too adversely affected here. Wish I could do something in this area here. Potentially there is. Let's see what I could potentially do. Could I do a signpost here? Nope, no signpost allowed. Maybe I could do a water reservoir here. Doesn't seem to be anything of that sort that I could place. Unfortunately, one of my colonists has died because of asphyxiation outside, it looks like. So it just means I really need to get the extra buildings up and running relatively quickly. So I'm basically expanding into this area here as well. And I really want to be able to get into that area to the north of our current base to be able to build some additional airlocks and so forth there as well. Okay, as you can see, I've got some of these buildings I've disabled temporarily, at least until such time as to when I actually get new facilities at my disposal. New facility, I mean extra energy production. So I was kind of running short of solar panels and so forth. I need to just get that up and running relatively quickly. Now, one of the key problems I'm facing here is really whenever the wind actually gets to be relatively quiet, I'm running out of power relatively quickly. So I've got quite a few of these power reserve options all around. So I'm going to basically be able to keep on building those as time goes on. Looking at our supplies, we are currently running with very, very low numbers in terms of metals. Relatively low numbers in terms of bioplastics there. Set in relatively low numbers, actually high numbers in terms of bioplastics. So bioplastics are doing relatively well here, as you will see. Okay. So lots of bioplastics stored in this particular facility here. I had a relatively decent supply of spares. That is slowly dwindling. So as the numbers drop, we will actually see the impact of that relatively quickly. We're still running with a deficit, it looks like. The deficit only gets worse whilst the wind becomes less strong. So the wind speed is basically jumping up and down a little bit. Just going to temporarily disable this facility here again. Biodome has been built. I want to build some extra windmills and so forth. Let's have a look at the southern part of the base. Can I build some extras over here? I've already got a large amount of energy production on this side here. I'm going to see if I can build some extras here again. Also, of course, in terms of energy storage, it is important to have those in terms of numbers. Another collector there. Should be enough space here to actually work around all of this. Okay. So there's quite a bit of emphasis on trying to get as much as I can in terms of metals and so forth for my processing. So really it's the ore that I need to just get from the mines themselves. I'm quite inclined to build an extra mine somewhere along this path here. First thing I want to do though is establish a round connection between these here. So that's a factory, that is a multi-dome. So what else could I build here? I could potentially build an extra bar and so forth as well. But probably better yet, I'm going to build some extra storage here. Okay, so storage is along the number of next items to be placed here. I'm going to place an extra airlock here as well, which I'll connect up to the canteen. I'll prioritize that, so at least I can get that up and running quickly. Trading ship is coming. Let's see what they got to offer. 40% commission, it's a good rate. So I want to basically get rid of some of my excess numbers here. So I've got a surplus in terms of those bioplastics, I would say. But a surplus of 20. So let's get rid of 20 of them. In exchange for that, I would like to get my access to that new gigantic turbine template. I will also want to get rid of some of the excess medical supplies, so let's do that for 10, and let's actually just do the rest purely in funds. That should be a good trade-off. There'll be lots of people moving to and from that particular ship shortly. Lots of the bioplastics from this particular location should be picked up. In terms of my spares, I'm doing pretty okay, it looks like. So it looks like I'm getting the resources for the storage facility here relatively quickly as well. Now I did prioritize the airlock, and I'm only just now seeing that there is sufficient supplies becoming available for that. So that's being constructed, as you can see. I will put up some of these extra buildings here. Again, using my surplus in terms of those materials, I'll be able to put up these buildings relatively quickly, at least so I hope. Trading ship has left, and we should now have access to the new ability to build a gigantic one. Perfect, size 7. That's larger than what I've built thus far. So yeah, that should help me whenever it comes to the next point in time here. Right, let's not build that yet. Biodome is low in oxygen. Really? Pretty sure I've got some oxygen facilities here. Yeah, there are. Okay, have I got people trapped in there? No, luckily I don't, otherwise they'd asphyxiate outside there. Storage facility here. Now I do want to build myself an extra bar, or at least restaurant facility up there as well. So I'll build that now, I guess. Connect that up straight away. Canteen. Connect up to that. A dorm, I guess. Medium-sized connections. again, it looks like we got a rock in the center here, and we can actually build around there. So I want to be able to, of course, expand in that direction with the additional connections there. So go on there, look there already. Now, can I actually build another mine here? I can. I will just build it there, just in case I need it. But really what I want to get over here at the moment is also another sick bay, I guess. Can I build another sick bay in this area? Again, there's now a little rock outcrop there, so that's to some extent really blocking that. Right, so let's see, where are we in terms of power? Got quite a bit of collection taking place, which is good. Down here we are still gathering enough supplies for that power collection. Oops. Hopefully you didn't lose me there. Just for some reason my computer just shut back to Windows. Not the intention, but okay. Let's have a look. So we just built the canteen here. Let's build the relevant facilities here. Oxygen. Okay. Typically would be running with a surplus in terms of bioplastic, so I'm not going to be holding back in terms of building beds and so forth here. I'll build as much as I can. We run out of spares. Okay, I just need to hold back on the production, and I guess for a little while. Trading ship has arrived. They've got spares on board, and I can actually buy those, which I will just do in this instance. I will basically trade some of my surplus here, and I'll actually get some money on the side. There we go. That should do the trick. Of course, I built a large canteen right next to where I got my small canteen here as well. Smart. Alright, let's build indeed our facilities up here then. Alright, let people get their individual bits and bobs. Multi-dome, there of course our canteen. We will build an extra oxygen facility here, connecting both those buildings to each other. Medium connections for both. And that of course is a medium oxygen production facility. So where are we really short of at the moment? We've got sufficient bioplastics. Metals are doing relatively okay at the moment, it looks like. Actually, they're using the miner. That's a bit unexpected, but okay. I was kind of thinking that they would basically leave that until last before they started using that, but okay. Let's build one extra airlock over here. So there's two choices for the miners to use their factory facility. Spares workshops. Okay. Was Was there a way for me to expand in this connection? There was. So I'll just keep that open for the moment being. In that building here though, I'm going to build some extra synthetic meat facilities. Oh, intruder has been detected. That means of course I want to raise the alarm position here. Okay, we've lost some people here. 2 colonists have died thus far. We killed the intruders, it looks like. Alright, let's get out of there. Now one of the things I haven't built yet is any radio towers or anything of that sort. So that's probably part of the list of next items for me to build. A radio antenna. Okay. So I should still be able to build my base along that edge here. That should be perfectly fine. Increasing the game speed back to where it was before. Cow, chicken, cow. Okay, let's see. They're building these new buildings here, so let's put some more pigs in there, as well as some more cows. Trading ship has landed. Okay, what are you willing to trade for? 50% commission. I'm not too happy with that, so I'm just going to leave that as is for the moment. Again, you should just really notice that there is sufficient positions where we could potentially build our spares. I do notice I've got quite a bit of starch here, for example, available. And I do really want to build something along the lines where I can do something with that. So I'll probably want to build another processing facility up here. Medicinal plants, parts, again, handy to have. That over there is also the ore, it looks like, that we're getting from the mine. It's left over there. Good. Gonna activate that building here, processing plant here. Should allow me to process more of the starch and so forth as well. Additional colonists coming in again. Alright, I want to build some extra bits and bobs here again. That's a large one. That will be a very large solar panel and then a very large turbine. Okay, let's keep that clock up and running at the highest possible speed. Processing plant has been built there as well. I will want to build an extra lab here as well. Bioplastics, metal, bioplastics, metal. Perfect. looks like I've got enough food production, at least in this area here. At least for the moment being. Building an extra table here. A few extra TV screens as well. Can always use more of those. A few more plants, a few more watering facilities. We've run out of spares, okay. Commission, so let's see what we can do there. That's one too many. Let's go for it. Good. Extra people coming in. We stand at 177 at the moment. Looks like a good number, I would say. As you can see, quite a bit of expansion in this northeastern area that we've done now. We've just built a new lab. It says we're out of spares, yes, which is indeed the case, but I should, through trade here, get extra spares in just a minute. It does say I've got one spare. Oops. So storm is coming in. So we should tell our people to basically head back inside. And we'll be calling it a day shortly ourselves as well. Looking at the numbers. Alright, so we're producing spares here. We've just finished building some spares there. More spares coming through that one, and of course more semiconductors as well. With the semiconductors, of course, we're able to build additional robots and so forth. Carrier droids, you name it. Standing at 13 at the moment, the droids. Right, the storm is over. So let's build ourselves an extra robotics facility here. This one here, I really want to build these tables, additional tables, where our medics can start producing additional medical kits. Alright, trading ship has landed. Another one. 45% commissioned. Okay. Of course I got a surplus in terms of starch, so I could try to get rid of some of that. So let's say I want to basically trade away that for some carrier bots. Let's pay for the rest ourselves. Perfect. So the 40 starch should be heading that way shortly. This will create a bit of an extra flow in terms of people and so forth, but that's perfectly fine. It's exactly what we got facilities for. Got a slight surplus in terms of metals as well as bioplastics at this moment. Multi-dome. We haven't actually done anything in here yet. I will be building some facilities here in a minute. Perfect. We're still constructing these additional buildings here. As you can see, some congestion occurring over here, which is not unexpected, but It looks a bit off, so to say. It's probably to do with the fact that we got droids as well as people here queuing up, and they're not really queuing up that nicely. Another trading ship has arrived. This one's at 65% commission, so I'm dismissing him straight away. Still one to go. One starch, and then we will have our new equipment there. So our new windmill has been built up there. Just that final connection is still to be built. Again, I'm building a new water extraction facility here. Let's see. Yeah, I can actually build another one there, which is good. We're actually using our surplus power supply at the moment to cover our supply shortfall. So I'm going to be building an extra one here as well, just to cover for that shortfall. Again, we got intruders. Well, I do have guards here. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have any guns. I do have a guard with a gun over there, so two colonists have died, and all three invaders have died as well at this point. I forgot to build televisions in that canteen, which have now rectified that issue. Anyways, time for us to call it a day. So I'm just going to save away the game, and I'm also going to exit the game. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye bye.